Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Gamion. I will be your game developer for this stream. My co-host Mega Kitty, who's usually with us, is sleeping right now, and she probably won't be up for at least a few hours. So I didn't even bother turning the camera on. So I'm a indie developer by nights and weekends, and a AAA codev by day. And I'm making on an online multiplayer soccer brawler called Field of Heroes for the past 4 years, and I'm on the path to getting it to early access as early as August. But it can't come soon enough because after 4 years working on this, I am ready to take a break and then maybe do something after that. So welcome, Swashbuckling Fox. Good to see you. Glad that things are in control right now, and I hope that things get much better very, very quickly. So anyway, usually I stream on Monday evenings, but I just felt like doing a little development stream tonight. And I'm working on a couple more features for the demo. Tonight in particular, and welcome to your first game player. I want to make it so when you are waiting for players to ready up, normally it will tell you that there's X number of players that you're waiting on, or waiting on this many players to ready up. I'm going to update that to actually have the player avatars so that it's easy, so you know who you're waiting on. And then with that, that will make the experience, I think, much better, because then players can yell at other players to hurry up and finish, and they know who they're waiting for. So I've seen that in other games. I like it, and I want to imitate that. So I'm starting. It's going to be a horizontal control. So imagine, let's go to quick match lobby. So imagine you're in the lobby. Okay, so right here it would be, waiting on number of players. So instead we're going to have this horizontal bar that looks pretty boring at the moment. There's actually nothing in here yet. We're going to have this horizontal bar, and that will get the job done. So to this, when we create it, the first thing we wanted it to do is to listen for players who are joining. So we're going to bind events here. And what kind of events? We're going to join player. Let's see, listen for gameplay message. I want to listen for when a player joins. Let's see, match player, no. Player connected, yes. Player connected. And player disconnected. And then another message for player state ready changed. So 3 events we're going to listen for. And all of them we're going to do the same thing. We're going to update the ready list, waiting list. So we'll make a new function for that. Update waiting on player list. We'll implement that in a minute. Here and again here and here. Player connected, player disconnected. And then ready state changed. Okay. Now in Unreal Engine, what I'm doing here is when this node is triggered, when this is added to the screen, this will listen for players who connect, disconnect, and ready up or not ready up, and then it will update its list. But that said, when you're using the gameplay message system, you definitely want to keep track of these async actions so that you can properly clean it up when you're finished. So let's, what was that property? What was the function to create a property from this? Let's see, I want to do this. Promote to variable. Okay. This is player connected async action. Well, that's going to be a couple things. That'll be transient, and it's data. I put my transient in a data category because it's easy to track. And we also want one for player disconnected. Okay. So let's do this. That's better. And we'll make one more for player ready state changed. It is async is yum when you know how to use it. If you don't clean up after yourself or you don't know how to use it, it'll actually make things harder on you. Like fire. Fire is your friend, but don't get burned. Okay, so we captured those three. Now, when we destruct, which is the opposite of construct, we want to clean these up. So we're going to unbind events from here. And for that, we need to do, kind of ugly here. First, I want to make sure these are valid, just in case for some reason it's not. Or maybe I don't know, anything can happen. It's valid, and then we do cancel. Nope. And then we repeat this for the other two. Okay. Now, what do we do if they're not valid? Then we just go to the next one. So, let's make this little pin here, and I'll put this over here. Let's keep it clean. Alright. Okay, so we got our basic loop, our basic setup here. And let's see, what do we want to do next? Bind events. And then after we do the event bindings, we then want to do the initial list update. So here in construct, we bound the events, and now we're going to do the update, for the first update. Okay, so what do we do? First thing we do is clear the list. So the horizontal box. Let's see, waiting on players. Now, I want to clear the content that's in there. Can I do that? Clear children. Yes, that's quite handy. Now we iterate through all the player states for our waiting ons. Let's see, how do I get that? It says some microscape energy too. Yeah, of course. And so yeah, you can see what their streams are on there when you play, and just pick a stream, run with it. But yeah. What we got? Shoot, I want to get the player states. Oh, that was get game state. That was it. Get players array. for each. Alright, so we got, let's see, cast to... They must be a session player state. Otherwise, they can't be ready. But we also can't count them either. Like they don't really exist unless they're like at least a session player state in my game. So it's like the base class for all the networked players. Yeah, you can still work on your Niagara course and you have time. Yeah, well that's good. You'll be ahead of me. I've everything I learned about Niagara, I was just hands-on experimenting and testing. And to that point, I one of the things I want to do is update the VFX for some of the heroes. They're still using dated effects that are not stylized, consistent with the game's art. Much like my demo reel up on the top right, which is maybe now at least 6-7 months old minimum. Oh, you're adding in particle? Yeah. Yeah, starting with a standard particle emitter and then doing stuff is a lot of fun. Okay, so here it is ready. Get ready to spawn. So here's the thing, the ready flag of a player, so before a match starts, everyone has to ready up. Before you go on to the next match, everyone has to ready up. And I named the variable ready to spawn, but I didn't realize it was going to extend it to this kind of usage. Yeah, nice change after gas, yeah. I haven't made many changes to my gas implementation lately at all. So yeah, and it's performing very well too. I haven't really had any performance issues with it. Had some good big gas savings with that way. Yep. So yeah, the bull has 2 uses now. All right, so ready to spawn and false. Then we want to add it. So we want to add a child widget to the box. So we want to create a widget based on this class, and I've exposed the player state for avatar. That's the state. This is what we want. And actually, what is this? Player state. I really should have made that session player state, but it doesn't matter. It's really like I don't even think I even need that. All right, so let's just take this, bring it over. Generally, you want to pass like the class that is the most base class that you need. For instance, if you wrote a utility function that does stuff on player state, but your game chiefly uses session player state, you may be tempted to use session player state for your utility function because all your states are that. But no, I think you should only use the player state class because that's got the bare minimum that you need. And that makes it easier. So if I change this to something else someday, then I don't have to change the utility function. All right, so that's owning player here. Okay, and then we create the widget, and then we add child. Wait, let's find another function. Add child to horizontal box. Let me just add that. Okay, so we got that. So let's go back to the quick play lobby. That's the bare minimum we need for testing this much. So let's look at the lobby. Yeah, here we go. Our team is waiting on, what controls this? Other team. Okay, so that used a couple places. Just mainly refreshing, it looks like. What is it? That's just text, right? Oh no, that's another. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, this is a widget. Okay, I forgot about that. I haven't touched that widget in over a year. Okay, red team. Okay, this is where we want to put our stuff. So, and we're gonna make it centered. So what do I want to do? Let's say. All right. thinking about how I want to do this. What? I just fixed this, and now it's off-center again. Now it's not even taking up the whole screen. Okay. I think I might just make this a canvas panel. That's the easiest, quickest way to do this. Or I could just use an overlay. I think I'll hedge my bets with the overlay route. That tends to help. And then I'm going to do a vertical box. And then we'll put this text on it. And then the second box will be waiting on players. And that looks right. All right, now I gotta fix all these. And I'm pretty sure that was used much more frequently. Format text. Okay. Huh. I thought there was more references to it. So let's go back to... Yeah, okay. So there we go. So let's compile and save that. Now we're back here. So vertical box, take up that whole space. Okay, that's better. We're gonna move this so it's more centered, like around here. All right, and then let's look at this. Now I should actually appear on that list because my player technically is not ready. Yeah, there you go. And then adding this horizontal box. Okay, and it's not showing up at all. What's your visibility? Okay. Refresh. Oh. Oh, okay. I don't even need, I don't even need to call this anymore. Oh wait, yeah, I do. Because while this is autonomous, this text is not. All right, I'll leave it as is. But I still didn't see, the child being added to the box. Okay, waiting on player widget. Let's look at that next. Okay, good. Oh, not known. How could that be? So if I go back here, Okay, that's the player state. So you're waiting on player widget. Huh. It didn't work the way I thought it was. Okay. All right, plan B. Let's not make it instant editable. This was on spawn. Instead, we're going to go over here. No, that should work. That should have worked. Now, let me look more into that. Waiting on player. Okay, we pass this in. Lobby player state. Yeah, there it is. Let me add that child to the horizontal box. And we call this. Oh, wait, player avatar. Oh. Player avatar. Right, because it doesn't have it yet. So that's expected. Then, now, okay, now that's right. So that was right. So player state for avatar. Set brush. Okay. Okay, but there's no texture. Alright, that's because there's no thumbnail. Alright, so let me look at that. Let me get like a get avatar thumbnail. I think it's just because this is a simulating that it's not working. So I'm going to add a frame to that. Let me remember how I did that. Add a frame. That's not it. Something like that. I thought somewhere I had use a frame for hero avatar. I'm trying to remember where I put that. think it was this one. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was it. Border. So with that, let's go back to player avatar. And then we're gonna shrink it. We're gonna probably shrink this a bit, but let me see how it appears. Okay, it doesn't appear. Waiting on player. Oh, whoops, wrong place. Border should be here. I don't think I can actually test this right until I make a package build. I don't want to do that on stream. Because package builds are hard. Or they take a long time to do on stream. I don't want to just twiddle my thumbs. But we're still in a good spot. So, let's see. So again, what we do is we got this. Our team is waiting on so on. And then we populate this, which is autonomous. This works independently of the rest of this. And then that will work with, horizontal box. So I wonder if I can, is there a better way to test it? I think I might just fill it with fake data for now instead. So go on waiting on players. Instead of going through the game stage, we're going to just do a loop from like 1 to 5. Because I want to test this. Well, technically 0 to 4. And then we're going to create our widgets forcefully, and then we're going to use a fake image. Yeah, nothing there. Yeah, nothing at all. There's not even the waiting on text either, which is weird. I want to make sure that the parent is not hiding that area here. Other team. Let me look at this again, because maybe it could be. Player added, removed, hero changed, ready changed. Ah, here we go. So it's intentionally standalone. All right, so what if I test it as a client? Or listen server, well, no client. There we go, now we're seeing something. Yeah, so you see it right here. Yeah, they're very small. Why is that? I think it's because I need to use a scale box to force it to be that bigger. So if I look at waiting on players, all right, so we'll make this we have to force that size though, or minimum size. Can I, wait a minute, let me look at the horizontal, okay, so the box is centered, so, right, wonder if I just need to force the size of the horizontal box to be a minimum. I'd rather not. I want to do it at maybe at this level. So let's say scale box, or no, size box. Player. Alright, so the size box will make a minimum width and height. Now I'd rather have it straight up, yeah, required. So how does this look? Okay, that's bigger, but it's still much too small. What if we amp it up to 128? Okay, look kind of scrunched up. Alright, so let's make that proper size. So we'll say minimum, let's just do width override. And aspect ratio. Nope. Oh, the spacing's kind of nice. Now that won't work. Let me think about this again. Hey, thanks for the lurk. And keep lurking and get those get that time in microscape. Oh, yeah, this needs to be, yeah, like that, and then 128. I think that would give us a spacing again, though. Overlay, player avatar. Everything else is the same. No, we don't want aspect ratio. Okay, that's... I want that centered, though. Okay, getting somewhere. No, it's just still squished. could just match the aspect ratio. Okay, let me see some. Oh, let me see something real quick. How did I do it for choose your hero? Oh, okay. Scale box. Oh, I use a canvas panel. Alright, we'll use a canvas panel. But I don't have to like it. I'd much rather use a horizontal box, though. So we just forget about the overrides for a minute and just see how it looks like this. Okay, and they're all kind of cramped together, too. So what if we made the aspect ratio 1:1? Just by doing that, what do we get? Okay, now they're square. And what if I made the height override 28? Wow, I didn't change a thing. Unless I made the horizontal box a forced size, or vertical box forced sized. What to do. This feels like such a hack forcing that size. Oh, so it doesn't even seem to... Okay. Alright. No, I'm just going to do canvas panel. That's sort of my go-to. Nothing else looks right. So... let's see if we can do it here. Or no. Can I scale this? No, size box. Maybe I can force the horizontal to be the height that I want. Yeah, something like this. And then what if I just made... I didn't even, like, do a size box for this. What if I just had these here? Oh, now they're scrunched. Does that mean I had to do the size box for this too? That looks how it should. Don't have the spacers yet, though. All right, let's iterate on that. We're going to shrink the player avatar to be within the frame. So that's 4. Ew. What if I had 10 across the board? I knew it. All right. All right, let's make it 12. Let's see what happens. All right, that's better. Red is waiting on, and then those. And we want to have a spacer between that to make it a little easier to read. Maybe a space of 8. Let's give it 10. Maybe 12. Okay, so far so good. We got 5. Now, what if we added... Now, here's where things are going to get fun. What if we added... Oh, and by the way, I want to make sure... How many do I... Is 5 a good number? Let's say 5. Okay. Here's where things are going to get fun. What if I added more than that? What if I added 10? Or actually, yeah, 10. Let's say all the 10 players. So we add 10 players, and then we get this. So which is not good. First of all, it's not centered. Let me try to fix that first. That needs to be centered. This, align it like so. And let's see how that looks. Yeah, still not centered. Okay, this will be centered too. No. So none of that is centered. Okay, that is... Alright, so that's anchored correctly. Sized correctly, so that's canvas panel. But the horizontal... Those things are not... What if I just had 2? Or 3? Or is it centered then? Oh, okay, it is centered. It's just... It just messes up when it gets beyond the width, the border. Okay. Well, that's fine, because that's not going to stop me from what I want to do next. So I want to make it so... If you've got like 9 players or 10 players waiting who aren't readied up yet, what I want to do is make this 5th one a special placeholder that says +1, +2, +3, +4. So you know that you're waiting for these 4 people and then a number of others. So let's work on that next. We'll say we're going to need to split this out into a new function. Update, add, waiting on player to list. And we're going to take their player state. So let's copy this in here. Okay, it should still work as it did before. Should still fill up. Good. Okay, now we're going to make that change. So we'll say, waiting on players. So we're going to say, okay, for loop. So, so let's see how many are in the box at the time. See, this is less than 4, less than 5. Add the first 4 player thumbnails. Avatar. And then we'll say, okay. I do want to do less than equal to 5. Okay, so this might be a little trickier. Oh, I think I know. Additional avatar count, additional player count widget. We got to make a new widget for this. get to that in a second. So we want to clear the children. So lesson 5, and then when we get to more, so when it's lesson 5, we add 5 of them. Or lesson 4. Wait, 0, 1, yeah, 4. It's not valid. Then we create it. Widget. I'm just curious. Can I remove a child? Ooh, I can. Edit ordinal. Perfect. So then we can proceed with this. It's not valid. Then we'll remove the last child. Then we add this. Then we add that. Okay. And then that widget itself, we're going to do... let's start with an overlay. We'll do some text. Common text, actually. We'll use our standard font. Oh, and justification should be centered. Okay, I want to see what this looks like. Yeah, that's good. That's what I want to see. So now we have the 4 and then we have this. So let's force the size to be consistent with this. Size box 128. I think I did the same. Okay. All right, but the text needs to be centered and bigger. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's good. Now let's make the text bigger. Font size 64. No, 72. Now let me look at the neighboring fonts. So there's, is that an outline? Is that an outline above? So what was the outline property for this? Okay, oh, there's no outline. What about shadow? No shadow. So there's neither an outline nor a shadow there. Okay, well, there's not really that anywhere else either, so I guess that's fine. But now you'll see, let me update that +1 to be the actual count that we want. So we're going to expose a property. Or a function to do that. Increment count. We start at 1. That's transient. We increment this. And then we set it here. Make it visible. It is visible. Take a text count. Set text. Actually, better yet, let's, on top of that, let's set this default by 0, and then we'll increment it in construction. Okay. Now we've done that. Back to this. Oh yeah, we forgot to set this to. And then I guess we don't really need this over here. What we'll do instead, if it's valid, then we just increase the count. Add a placeholder number widget that reports the number of additional players being waited on. So now, what we're doing for testing purposes, we're adding 10 players. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's 9. Wait, let me test this. So 1. So we'll add 2. Good. We'll add 4. Oh, there's 5. Oh, okay, so that's 5. Sorry, 5. Okay, now we'll add 6. Oh, okay, I forgot to... The one that I canceled out, I need to increment that as well. avatar we removed to add this one. Okay, that's better. That's better. So there's 10 players waiting. Okay, this is good. So this is, we're waiting on 10 players. But we want to exclude the host player. So that'll be a thing to do later. And now the whole red is waiting on bit. Let's get into that. We don't even need to change this text anymore. We can just simply waiting on. Okay, let's see how that looks. Nope, gotta fix that text. Okay. Now I see I want to move that down a little bit further, so let me go back to the vertical. And let's add 2 more to the spacer. Okay. And when everyone's readied up, then the screen's going to change. I guess I could hide that text. Couldn't hurt. Yeah, we may not need this. When the last player readies up, it's immediately going to try to load the next level. I'll just see how it looks. When I'll look into playtest. I'll make a decision when I make a package build and then decide. So in the meantime, let me go back to this. And this is just for testing purposes. Okay, so my avatar's not appearing because I am not a valid. I don't have a valid avatar in testing mode. So, although you could make the case that this should not be visible if I'm not waiting on anyone else. Yeah. Okay. This will be the old code. I also need to do this in the testing purposes. How do I know that a player is local? Oh, that won't work. How do I tell if a player state is local? I know how. Okay, something like that, but dedicated servers should not have a UI, so that should not be an issue. Yeah, I think this should work. Might be cleaner if I did something like this. Yeah, that's better. Huh, didn't even get there now. Get waiting on player count. And that's a utility function. So what we'll do is a similar loop here. I almost wonder if I should make a utility function for this. Let's see, so get waiting on player count. Ready to spawn. Okay, and then we return that count. Okay. So what we do is, let's see, local player count, local waiting on player count. And if get local waiting on player count is greater than 0, you know what? Let's see. Where is that text waiting on? select text. So if it's greater than 0, we pick A, in which case we'll say waiting on, or B, which we just don't. All right. Oh, wait a minute, I just had a thought. The player array is not synced down in the first, is not synced down right away for client. So we need to wait for that to happen. Oh, good, we already do here. All right. And I want to do the same thing for the waiting on players setup. So let's do this. We bind events first as always, but then we add this here. Yeah, for those of you who work on Unreal Engine, you have to be very careful about when you join a server or when you're switching levels, because that you won't have all the data like when your screen comes up necessarily. I've been burned by that a number of times. You have to wait until you get your state, which probably means you got all the player states. I've never seen it not be true before. So let me double check. Children. Okay. Okay, so now as a consequence of that, even if they're on your team, you will have the list of players you're waiting on to ready up here. So let's see. Waiting on players. And we'll make this text blank by default. Team. There's something else that caught my eye earlier. This. Yeah, we don't need to do this. We don't need to do this at all. Yep, I do it here too. Wait for initial state game state replication. Oh, do I test for valid game state first? Oh, I don't. What did I do? Oh, okay. Huh. I kind of like this better. I'm going to copy this pattern. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And I think I'm in a good place where I want to test this in deployed builds and see how it feels. But I'm not going to do a deployed build tonight. But I think what we want is in place. So with that, I'm gonna commit my changes, and then later on, when I'm not streaming, I'm gonna make some builds, copy it on my laptop, and do some testing. And all right. Also, I want to double check I'm on the demo branch. Yes. So we'll say initial commit. For showing which players are not ready from the quick match lobby. And then I'm going to switch over to my main branch and copy those changes over. Oh, good. No conflicts. You didn't actually people liked it. It's like cool look under the hood. All right, maybe I'll do it this once. Initial commit. All right, so let's go back to demo. Also, what did I have? Also have on my bug list. Okay, so last time I was looking at my bug list here, I was making the abilities more responsive across the board for all heroes. This is what I'm working on right now, the ready button. So I already started both of these. I started Steam Achievements. Oh yeah, the SVP thing, right. I gotta figure that one out. Okay, so we're compiling now. Yeah, VFX, actually this and the abilities are kind of working the same thing. So these are both in progress. Ability for Ehrlich, the Sent to Orc. Yep. SVP is second most valuable player. It's effectively the MVP for the losing team. I first saw SVP, was it Overwatch? Or was it Marvel? Wow, I actually forgot which game I saw it first. Yeah, I like the SVP. Then I got a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, top 3. Yeah, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how I wanted to celebrate MVP and SVP. Tried to make it all extravagant, but ultimately I just did what I do now, and I figured if I want to get super fancy, then I'll earn my way there. I'll maybe, if the game does well, then I'll make it look better. Okay, before I start building, I need to check something real quick. So I have Sentry integration, which is actually not hard, and the free flavor of Sentry is actually helpful, very helpful, even though it doesn't keep bugs for very long. So what I'll do to build a package build is, let's see, I'm thinking about how I want to do this. We're going to do a development build for testing. So make this development package. Oh, perfect. Steam development. Wait a minute, I want this to be demo development because this is the demo branch. And off we go. So now it's doing the magic of building. That builds may not work if you use Advanced Steam Session. I don't use Advanced Steam Session. I used to. Then I phased it out. Yeah, I used it a long time ago, and then I think, was it when I looked at Lyra in Unreal 5? I thought, I don't really need it after all, because Lyra is showing me how to do it with a common session subsystem, and I wrote my own on top of that. So I have my own game session subsystem, which it's like common but specific for this game. I do things that it doesn't do that not every game needs, but mine does. Yeah, so like, so this is copied from some of the Lyra, whatever stuff. So a lot of it's copied straight over, but a lot of it's original too. And I do have modding support for this game. I use UGS for mods. So log out. Yeah, all that stuff. So anyway, so now first thing it does is, you like coding, I hate it. I just connect the plugin GG. Yeah, and really that's good enough for a lot of developers, especially if you're making a small game, or even I don't know, maybe a mid-level game, and you don't know C++. You can do a lot. So while I'm waiting for that cook to run, what else did I have? Oh, bugs. All right. So I got 32 bugs left, and I think I'll take this moment to show everyone who hasn't seen her before what my cat Mega Kitty. Let's try that again. Where's Mega Kitty? Oh, okay, I took it down, that's why. Yeah, I have the camera off at the moment. Let me do that again. Alright, we'll do one more. One more Mega Kitty stream. Oh, and by the way, cooking, one reason that I'm reluctant to do this on stream is that CPU usage and memory usage. OBS is already using a fair bit, so I could get warnings very soon about memory usage, and it's just going to take longer to cook in general. But it's still a peek behind the curtain. Once this finishes, I will have a packaged build on my machine that I can copy and paste to other computers, and so on. So I'll just cancel that for now. So that's being said, I did kind of want to look at the SVP stuff a bit. Maybe I'll play a match first. I like to play the game, in between trains of thought. But before I do, since there's kind of a bit of a quorum here, I mean, not a big crowd, but still a quorum, I just want to kind of update everyone on the marketing effort. So for those who don't know, I've actually started marketing this game almost a year ago. I commissioned a third party to redo my website, to help me get my setup on social media, established on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and the others, and do a press blast, a 6-week press blast, as for the game as it was about a year ago. And honestly, it didn't look that great a year ago compared to today. So again, past 11 months, I've been posting, and here and there, sometimes in bursts, sometimes steady. And after all that work, we only got about 400 wish lists. And that's after a 6-week professional marketing campaign. So after all that, I decided that, well, I currently theorize the reason that I have so few wish lists is that the game just doesn't live up to the algorithm, quote unquote. It can't compete. It doesn't compete well with other games. It uses a kind of a dated 2010s, 2000s art style that doesn't show as well as a lot of newer games. The studio is not well established. Like, no one really knows Game Jam too much. And the game itself isn't like truly groundbreaking innovative like a lot of games I see on posted are. Like I just saw the other day a factory game with fractals. I've never seen fractals and factory games mixed before. So all that in consideration, I think that as fun as it is to say my game looks great, I think that it just doesn't show well the way it's, with the content that I pushed out. So that being said, I'm still going to post and make YouTube videos. I'm still going to make shorts and post here and there. However, I think that if the game succeeds, it will be because of word of mouth following early access. It's going to maybe lean on its gameplay over the artwork to succeed. And that's an if. So, but I mean, I'm already really close to early access, and I see no reason to stop going. And if it doesn't have a big release, then so be it. I'll do. At least I've walked away knowing I did my best. And it is a little discouraging, yeah. But we're not done yet, so we'll see what happens. So with that said, yeah, you could do that. So let me do a quick match, and then I'm probably gonna switch to the SVP stuff. But yeah, I mean, after you work on a game for a very long time, and you think you've nailed it, and just because things don't work out the way you thought doesn't mean that there's no light at the end of the tunnel either. So I do see, and it's not complaining. It's just simply I thought I knew there were things I didn't realize I didn't know about marketing. So I'm learning a ton. And I'd say enough that I could probably help, despite not being commercial success. I can help others, I think, with marketing. Yeah, commercial success and critical success are two different things, yes. And then there's also the personal success. I can already say that I released a demo of a online multiplayer game as the only developer with the Art Studio's help. And I think that is something that I can, hang my hat on. And it performs well. The last playtest, and you were there, Swashbuckling Fox. I mean, we had a blast. So I think the gameplay, once people play it, and even just try a round or two, I think they're going to love it. So with that, we'll play, let's see, the demo. Here we go. And now I'm curious to see if anyone's actually in right now. I'm guessing no, but I'm curious. Oh, let me put this on full screen. And put the desktop audio on. Oh, let me turn off the music. There we go. And if someone else is looking for a quick match, then I'm playing. Oh, and the next demo patch will be probably early next week. I really want to test out the new waiting on ready up player stuff. Oh, stole it right back from me. Just as I taught the AI to do. Actually, I didn't teach the AI to steal the ball. I taught them to use their abilities for offense. It just so happens that catching the ball is a nice perk with that. Oh, you're in? Oh, I see you. All right, great. This will be a great network test. Eat my turret. Oh! Yeah, I still gotta... Yeah, Swashbuckling, don't worry about it, Swashbuckling Fox. You got a lot going on over there. I don't want to even think of trying to get you in right now. You got a lot on your mind. So, but yeah, it's a known issue. The goalkeeper can do better. That's on my list to fix. Yeah. Well, you could use that call. I mean, you got all that stuff to do. You know, just because you're all where you are doesn't mean that there's not a ton to do in work and things beyond work. So yeah, you gotta. This is really the time to rest your mind. Oh, yeah, it's gotta do better than that. Spike trap. Oh, nice. Now you're learning. You're learning, and I'm out. All right. Now I'm going to show you some. All right. Now I'm going to play Squash's favorite character. Oh, look at! I love melee fights. Remember, as a reminder, you can switch heroes mid-game. You just go behind your goal, and you. Oh. There you go. And by the way, Dodger's my main. I just like playing them because they're so well-rounded. Oh, where's the rest of my team? Oh, jeez. They're way over there. Where's that guy on the right? Oh, I missed you. All right, well, I'm going to get you now. Oh, I wasted my ability because a goal got scored. Another thing, the AI still struggles behind the goal sometimes, but where's the rest of my team at? Oh. Oh. Get out of... Oh. Should have... Can't play... Yeah, that's correct. That's intentional. I don't want players using their abilities when they have the ball. I think it's overpowered. And if anything, I want to encourage their teammates to support them. And I may have some disagreements with other players on that, but we'll just have to agree to disagree. Oh. Got stuck on the rock. Oh, good ping too. This is smooth networking. I can't even tell it's a network game. Then again, I am the server. Hey, Mr. Who-Man, it's a tie game right now. If you want to join in, you're welcome. Oh, I didn't pin the link to the Steam store page. Whoops. I need to do that. Oh. Oh. Hey, your VFX didn't appear that time. That's weird. They appeared for me. Let me test that. Yeah. Huh. That was weird. Maybe... Oh, I know. Because you started your slide just off screen, and there's an Unreal optimization where it won't play VFX. It won't launch an emitter if it's off screen. That's probably it. Not a big deal. I kind of like that. Yeah, they're all from PAX, so I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any. Now, if you want original homegrown VFX, go to Swashbuckling Fox or go to Jed MNZ. Jed is he's amazing at shaders.
MVP.
All this art, however, was from Meta 3D Studios, custom made. Okay, so you should have been SVP, but you're not. Left mouse button is always to shoot. Yeah, you should be SVP for your team, I think. Oh, we got ready up. You don't shoot harder. It's very basic controls. How my wish list? I've only got about 400 after I just did my demo release blast, and I got maybe 50, maybe 60 from that. Be the wizard this time. Let me post a link to the store page real fast. This is to the demo. You want to do 2v2? Because we can do that. Okay, well, I guess we'll start this round, and then yeah, we can do. Oh yeah, we can do that actually. But yeah, we can do a custom match. I'll show you that. I'll set one up after this match. Do you have campaign? No, I do not have campaign mode. I would like to. No, yeah, we can do comp stop totally. Single player, no. The reason is that I really want to encourage players to play the online modes. I want to get those player queues filled up. That and I don't really have the resources for story mode right now. That said, there is actually some story content to the players. There actually is more to the players and the levels themselves. There's not really much of a place to put it. But yes, the heroes are interconnected. Online player base is not feeling well these days. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. But I have also heard, I had a professional playtest done like in February. One of the feedback I got was, I don't like multiplayer games, but yours was a lot of fun. I didn't feel too pressured by my team. So, but yeah, also you can do comp stops if you want. But yeah, there's just plain single. If you want to do just plain single player, you can do that. This is not a campaign. Now that all being said, there are still a lot of people playing multiplayer games. But yeah, there's toxicity. There's on one hand, there's the fun of being a team player, but a lot of times you're pressured by your team randos and your teammates to do better, and the fun starts going away. So yeah, I understand. Oh wow, whoa, nice. See, that is how you use a support hero. That is textbook right there. Oh, you know what? There's an achievement that's super hard, which is, if you take down 3 opponents with a single tornado, then you get an achievement. It's hard to earn that. Yeah, what I'm hoping for is that this game, while online and players, it's gonna be a bit of an uphill battle. I mean, there are a lot of players who might like this game, but there are other players who, they just don't want to play online games, with no exception. Other players only want to play games that are overwhelmingly positive or higher rated, and all that. So, but again, there's millions of players on Steam, so it's not impossible to even come close to trying to break even for what I'm going to do. Let's be, be that. Oh. But really, the part of the inspiration from this, in addition to making it as a learning tool for Unreal, was there was a game that came out like 20 years ago-ish. Yeah, maybe more than that, called Altitude. Altitude is a 2D dogfighting game, but it had a soccer mode. Am I new to Unreal? No. I've been working on Unreal 4 for 10 years. And Altitude had a soccer mode. So you were playing like battle soccer with 2D airplanes. And it was, at the LAN parties I went to, it was the second most popular game there. Yeah, you're surrounded by people who play Call of Duty, Battlefield, Counter-Strike, all the hardcore Unreal at the time. But everyone got into Altitude dogfighting soccer, and it was so much fun. So that experience that I had, I mean, it was also the only game where people would scream at the top of their lungs when a goal was scored or an achievement was made. You didn't have that with Battlefield. You didn't have it with Call of Duty, Altitude. They have a soccer mode. I'll show you that after we're playing. I'll show you what that's about. I might lose this one. See if I can pull it off in the last second. Game sounds are a bit loud. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it on the UV a bit. Is that locked? I want to unfreeze it.
SVP.
See, SVP worked this time. I don't know why it didn't work for you. It's a mystery. See, now I'm SVP. Turbo mode. So let me leave the match, close down the server, and fix my volume. How did I... Okay, unlocked. Okay, I turned it down. I'll do a custom match. Movement abilities, having the ball is kind of needed, but we're not getting design, not engineering. Well, both are important. But yeah, I guess. But again, if you're already started a movement ability, you can catch the ball. Yeah. Oh, yeah, SVP. Well, I was going to do a different approach. So if you want to go back to the main menu and then go to the custom match button, and then you'll find me. Okay. Now click on your gear button and change team. Okay, good. So now now I'm going to add some bots. I want to do 2v2, or you want to do 2v5? Okay. Let's see if this, you know what? I don't think I ever tested this. So if there isn't a character in the slot. Yeah, I think the game, I think it's just going to be you and me versus these bots. Yeah, like 2v2. I forgot if I did the backfills with it closed. Let's find out. Let's close these two. I think it should be 2v2. Oh, it is 2v2. Look at that. Well, the other team is calculated based on the composition of the other team, in part. This will be interesting. We're going to mow them down, I bet. Nope. Where's he going? All right, cover me. Oh. Oh. What? I can't believe that. Oh. Your attack isn't working? Okay. What? Control isn't working? Okay, how about now? Oh, oh no, the control is the ball. That's the ball kick. It's two X. Here, you take it and then use your left. Now use your control. Oh. Yeah, control's power kick. Nothing? Okay. Alright, so the power kick is having an issue then. There you go. Alright. So I'll have to look into that. You know, there's also a bug that I can't reproduce, which is, well, this is the cooldown too, but yeah, it should have worked. Because that was definitely a minute of cooldown. The other problem is there's some bug that sometimes happens where when a player with the ball gets in-capped, they keep the ball even though they're in-capped, so that you can't take it from them. I wonder if that's related. Oh! Oh! Let me clear the way for you. Go. Yeah, so melee is hold. Well, both melee and ranged are hold to fire. If you rapidly mash your button, you fire slightly faster. So that's. What's my frame rate at? Oh, I can't tell because this is a release build. Ping. Now you're 73. You have a great ping. Range is happening on press 10. What, I just got 100. I just got an achievement for 100 messages in Restream chat. That's pretty sad. All right. Oof. You know, another thing is I hardly play Horus, so maybe I need to play him more and test that stuff harder. Nice. Oh, let's see. Oops, I was busy trying to decide on a character switch. Which, by the way, I thought these were aligned. These aren't aligned at the top. I need to fix that. Yeah, these should be centered. Not a big deal, but I gotta make a note of that bug. I guess the bots just don't care. Yeah, my bot goes to goalie. We didn't do that. Yeah. Well, it wasn't designed for 2v2. So I think though what they should be doing with two players, yeah, what they should be doing is their dragoon should be going after us right now, but it's not. It's supposed to dynamically set them to like be the span of the whole field if there's only two of them. I'll have to research that. So that's two bugs I want to look into. I'm going to take the server down because I want to write these notes before I forget. So, yeah, I could do that. All right, let me take some notes. So, Horus. Well, I'll get to him in a minute. The hero switch icon avatars are not vertically aligned center. Oh, I think the AI is decent. It's just a little few bugs here and there, but it's pretty close. I would still put it against I don't know, other AIs. You know what I really like to do is like modders to make their own AI. That'd be pretty cool. Hero switch avatars not aligned right. What was the other thing that I noticed? Oh yeah. Well, I guess I'll say the 2v2 um, bots offense non-goalkeeper does not go on offense. Next is let's see, Horus power kick may do nothing. Oh, I tested with that. In fact, 200 even, and it's janky, but it worked. It's barely passable. Not using the simulated lag. It's great stuff. You just need to hold it. You shouldn't need to. I'm still going to test it anyway. Like it should be, just a click and press and release. Okay. And what else? Yeah, could input be dropped if I don't hold longer than your ping? Uh, it shouldn't be dropped. Like it's, I mean, yeah, it's client. The client wants to do the input. If the server is not letting it, then there's got to be a reason. Maybe the server doesn't think you have the ball, but I know you did. You were running with it. I can test it on high latency offline. Um, do you want to do? Oh, yeah. So the SVP problem. Yeah, head out. Okay, well that was good. This gives me something to look at as well. Let me bug these real quick. Okay. Well, thanks for the test. Um, Better you caught it than random player, and they say, oh, the AI's broken, and then they don't leave me any feedback, and they stop playing. So vertically aligned center, that's kind of an improvement to make, not a bug. Well, less of a bug, more an improvement to make. 2v2, I do want to look at this. This is kind of a bug that, let's see, 2v2 goalkeeper. Yeah, I consider this a bug in the wild. So there's that. I just wanted to investigate Horus power kick possibly not responding. And that's going to be a task. All right. And staying on top of these bugs, I think, may also encourage, players to see that the dev isn't just trying to make a cash grab or throw away. It's something that they really want to make work well. So, anyway, so don't have anything checked out. Source control, achievements, the new stuff we just found. I do. Oh, I did want to look at the alignment. Maybe that's an easy, low-hanging fruit I can fix. And I double check I'm on the demo build. Yes. By the way, despite not having as many wish lists as I'd like, I made it a point to not just complain out in the open on social media. Now I can complain to you guys, but that's not even really a complaint either. It's just an observation. But I've seen people ramble and rant and get upset that they didn't get the wish lists and the sales they wanted on X, on Blue Sky, and in comments and other places, and it's very unbecoming. It's kind of prefer to have more of an attitude of figure out what's broken and fix it, and understand the problem more than just inventing to strangers. So, all right, so alignment. Let's look in the unknown ruins. I'm going to do standalone for this test. I'm going to reduce the time on this to 5 seconds. And see if I can repro the alignment problem. Okay. Oh. Well, there's no alignment issue there. Let me end the match. All right, let's see what happens if I quit, and then. Oh man, loading all the textures right now. Okay, what if I go back in after to custom play? Oh, let's do a quick match. It doesn't matter which match. Oh. I forgot, quick match doesn't work too well in the editor. So we do this again. And verdict is first time. Yeah, it's only after the first time. That means I didn't clear it properly. All right, so how do I fix that? Well, let's look at our match UI. Widgets. Construct. Heroes, so it clears the children. It's called again. And yet again. Okay, that looks right. Take a screenshot of that too. Populate heroes. Again. something else to this? What am I missing? Maybe this is doing something. Hero switch here. Where could that be coming from? I wonder. Two. Goalie. Goalie. Okay, so that all checks out here. Hey, Travis Bagg, welcome. Alright, so let's do this again. 2, 2, 1. Good. And 1. So where's that extra, where's that gap coming from? So here we got this gap on the top, but in the first match they're all properly spread out. So what am I missing? Wait a minute, are these... Wait, did the image size itself change? No. But why are these different? ever a case where the vertical box does not clear all its children? References, garbage collection adding widgets says not properly linked. Maybe I didn't clean them up when in shutdown. I wonder if that's it. How often is construct called? So it's once per match. That's good. So then I can do destruct. And then we can clear the list there. So there's no way we're lingering any references. Alright, let's try that. Okay, that looks right. Now, let's start a new custom match. Oh, that fixed it. Well, interesting. Okay, well, it makes sense. For those of you who, Unreal developers, Unreal Engine, if you're using the Common UI plugin with activatable widgets, be absolutely sure that you clean up when you need to clean up. Otherwise, it's going to cause problems. Even ones that you don't suspect. So, we got to do the same for this one, too. Yeah, I mean, it has its advantages, but I would try to avoid it in my next project. So yeah, Common UI, one of the things that it does is it has activatable widgets that stay in memory when they're not in use, so that they can be recycled. And that can be a pain to maintain. You have to change your mindset of widgets to start cleaning up every single time you may need to destruct or deactivate or something or other. I mean, if you know how to use it right and you get used to it, it can be a good tool. It's just, it really makes you have to change your thinking about widgets. And I don't like that very much. But I am happy this bug is fixed. So, and all thanks in part to Sysmall, who helped me find it. Without even trying. So we'll say fixed bug. I actually want to close the editor. Hero switch widgets were not properly cleaned up after a match ended, causing incorrect alignment of icons. Alright, let's get down to the main branch too. That's good. Knock that one out of the list. So let me bring up the bug tracker. Okay, got these other ones in progress too. Okay, so yeah, it is. So this weekend, this was an unplanned stream, and I'm probably gonna hang it up and enjoy the rest of my Friday night. But before I do, when I've already played a bit, let's see, just want to check out where I am with Microscape real quick, so we all compare where we are. Okay. Yeah, object pooling for widgets. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Alright, so Microscape is an idle MMO or idle RPG for Twitch users. So you can be a streamer or a viewer, and you can play with your Twitch login. If you're streaming, then anyone watching your stream can get this energy that helps you keep playing. I didn't know there was a daily bonus. Oh yeah, so anyway, yeah, you can play. So it's a great way to find new streamers too. Maybe I've had one person find mine that way. I'm not sure. So anyway, currently I am let's see, fighting cave slimes until I probably turn in later. So I got my attack, strength and defense in the low 40s. What I want to do is get the achievement for killing 2,500 cave slimes, and then switch up to something else, because I don't really do anything particular here. So achievements, monster mastery. Yeah, so I got another 500-ish to go, and then switch to the bears. So other than that, I did want to get my so I got willow logs I can make. So I want to get willow logs for fire making, so I can get to maple logs. Because that's fun for no reason. No, it's kind of neat. I saw Swashbuckling Fox play it first, and I'm usually adverse to playing new games, especially making my own, trying to get it out the door. But I'm like, oh, what the heck, I'll try it, and then I kind of caught with me a bit. So yeah, again, I want to get to make some willow logs, and then I'll cut some willow logs, get some XP for wood cutting, and then fire making. So it looks like a long trip to 45, but yeah, not doing much else there. Oh, fishing too. Swordfish. Oh yeah, cooking. I want to cook. That's right. I need to cook my salmon tonight before I go to bed. So I'll cook. I got 2,500 salmon that need to be cooked, and then that will get my level up a bit. And then when I get to 40, I can cook the lobster I collected. So, but I have no overarching goal, especially when there's probably going to be a wipe before the next major update. I don't even know anything about that, but I don't think these are going to stay forever. So, yep, keep that in mind when you play. But yeah, like I say, you can see streamers in here. No. So, yeah, not many streams. A few other streams here. Yeah, so that's what the stream list looks like. I think I've seen this guy. Some of the usuals I don't see here on the list. Anyway, it's kind of a neat little thing to do. So with that, I'm going to close that down, and I'm going to find us someone to raid us off to someone. Who is helping on a Friday night? I don't think I've raided to Dobbs Works in a while. I raided to a few others, but not Dobbs. So let's do a raid off to Dobbs Works, making Paper Robot. It's a very promising game. And lots of heart, and he's doing all the artwork, it looks like, I think. Every time I see his stream, he's doing art. So let's go ahead and read off to Dobbs Works. Thanks everyone for coming on this unscripted, unscheduled night, and I will see you all on Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Maybe we can play a game or two. So until then, have a good weekend.